think I'm just going to jump into it. And I want to start off with this video first. Look, dudes, I don't know what is going on. We've got some weird things that are happening around here. Things that are just trying to take a mind away from what we are supposed to do. So I'm going to play this video. Okay, boom. Let's go into it. And I'm gonna mention a few things. I actually should have asked somebody to come here.
You're telling me that that is human flesh?
Exactly. Can we just be left alone?
Okay.
But why human?
What? Maybe because these people are crazy and it's like human. It's like human transportation or human trafficking, you could say. But human flesh? Holy crap! What's going on?
Why not animal meat?
That's a very good question. We've got
It is a very good question.
centuries of knowledge of human medicine at our
We also have centuries of knowledge of animal.
side. Human medicine is going to be your excuse for feeding human cells to people to induce cannibalism? We know more about humans than we do about animals.
I think we know more about every species that's out there on the planet at the moment.
Still not a valid excuse. Please justify it. So we've mastered engineering human cells to make these structured flavors and sinews that we expect from the flavors of steaks we eat.
So they're making human meat taste like animal meat.
Like, you can't convince me they're not trying to turn us into cannibals.
That's right. A protein made from human cells.
That's scary. A protein made from human cells.
You hear how that sounds too? Like they're trying to encourage it? The tone, the music, like it's some revolutionary idea that's amazing.
The promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors.
Why are we trying?
Like, look at that dude smile. Guys, this is human meat. Sinister. This is human meat. You ever watch that episode of like Simpsons where they fed beef to cows in order to make more Krabby Patty, no, Krusty Krab burgers? And then it turned out that if the cow ate the meat of the burger that is made of a cow that already ate the meat, the unholy confluence would be that you turn into a zombie. Well, it became zombie cows, and the zombie cows started, and they were being turned into like Krusty Krab burgers, and then everybody that ate the Krusty Krab burgers, because it is unholy, in the episode of The Simpsons, it's like this unholy meat, like the burger, this unholy patty, and everybody that ate the burger, because it's a cow that ate another cow, those people became zombies. This might be what's happening. Oh, if that is what's going to happen, I've already got my zombie apocalypse starter kit. I already know what to do. If it's a zombie apocalypse, I know where to go. Me and my cousin, we spoke about it. We know what cars we need. We know where to go get the fuel. We know what you need to do first. Get the BAM, get the people, get the cars, get the resources. At the moment, you just gotta make sure you're safe. You can always get resources and where you need to stay away from.
Trying to normalize this? Seriously.
I'm Greg Wallace, and I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whop.
If there is any company that is going to be evil, they'll first have the fact that they're good within the name or in the slogan. Take, for example, the Maze Runner. Now, why would I bring up the Maze Runner? The world. What is it? Well, the company that had all the kids, it was called Wicked because the abbreviations of the company name was called the WCKD, right? which actually stood for the World Catastrophe Kill Zone Department. That was the name of the division. That was the name of I'm just going to say the organization that was created to deal with the fact that everybody was turning into zombies, okay, because of the flare virus. It was called the World Catastrophe Kill Zone Department. I don't know why Kill Zone is in there, but that's what they were called. And everybody called it CKD, WCKD, and they called it Wicked. And a Good Harvest, GH. What does GH mean? Well, it means Good Harvest, but, you know, the GH virus has now blah, 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 blah.
Good Harvest. I'm sorry, but does anyone else feel like we're in hell right now?
Sometimes.
We're in idiocracy.
All the time.
You can't tell me that this world is not run by demons when we're mass producing human cells called Good Harvest. Trying to convince people that that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
In 6 tons of human meat.
Where the heck? That's what scares me right now. You telling me that you got human meat? They call it human cells. They're not saying human flesh. See, they change any words. They keep any words like loose. Human cells? Whoa! It's human flesh. Where are they getting it? That dude just said 6 tons. Where are they getting 6 tons? Because, bro, how many people do you think make 6 tons of flesh? 6 tons of human meat. That's a lot of weight. That's without the bones. That's just meat. They got 6 tons a day? You know the average weight of a human? They probably talking about in pounds, okay? Or kilograms, basically, because we would be on the same kind of system. So, like, look, the average person weighs about 70, 80. In terms of a man, 70, 80, right? 70, 80. I mean, that's not even 100. Dude, they got 6 tons. That's a lot. Frightening.
It's engineered every day.
Engineered. Or harvested.
So there's actual human DNA in it.
Yeah, you call it human cells, but what it actually is human flesh. They just don't want to say that human flesh. So it's called human cells, bruh. Human cells. And they make George. Did you taste Larry last night? Larry was fantastic. I can still smell Larry on me. At least that's me. Oh, Larry. Oh, who are we having tonight? This is where Hannibal Lecter will be having a ball of a time. He'll be making the best dishes, and people will be like, "Oh, Hannibal, why? I'm so glad I caught you, because now I get to enjoy this gourmet." So cannibalism is real, and it's starting in. Well, dude, it's not even starting in a simple place like a restaurant or like on a game show. It's starting in a food market. Like, dude, they package that thing and it looks so inviting. This is in the UK, I can't believe it. They package that thing. It's packaged. It's being sold to who? Is it even on the shelf? I don't even know. I need to look it up because I'm scared. Good Harvest. Good Harvest Market. Good Harvest Meat. Oh my gosh, free to buy. What? No. It can't be the same company. Good Harvest. I'm going to say Good Harvest UK. Oh my gosh. Well, this is why you do your research, and I'm glad that I did it. Oh my gosh. But was it really a hoax? Let's take a look. I mean, dude, and this is, dude, was it really a hoax? Okay, the hoax documentary about human flesh eating that shocked the UK. Of course, it would shock the UK. Okay. Earlier this week, Greg Wallace, the British Miracle Meat, about a gruesome newfound development, caused a stir, but it was the latest satire masquerading as reality, writes Neil Armstrong. Was it? Was it masquerading? Hmm. On Monday night in the UK, viewers settled in to watch a new documentary, Greg Wallace, The British Miracle Meat, with mounting horror. Wallace, a genial broadcaster, best known for co-presenting the BBC's cooking reality show MasterChef, was fronting a half-hour Channel 4 program about a new development in food technology. This, he said, beaming and holding out a steak, is engineered human meat. That's right, a protein made from human cells. It looked like lightly marbled beef, basically. More like this. Cinema's most shocking debut. Okay, so the company said it's basically a hoax. Okay, the best TV show. Okay, oh yeah, Good Harvest. We were told the company is producing 6 tons of engineered human meat every day. Wallace was given a tour of the production plant where 30 kilograms of meat cakes were grown in nutrition-rich tanks. Grown? Huh? Okay, well it's fake, so they definitely can't do it. From thin slices of human flesh provided by paid donors. If that was true, damn. The aesthetic Wallace enlisted chef Mike Mitchell Rue Jr. to sample some of the steaks with him. The pair discussed the terror aspect of the meat. Does the stuff grown from donors in the northeast of England taste different from the donors in the southeast? Ah, disgusting. At this point, the viewers were taken to social media to express their disgust. But there was much worse to come. My question is this: they're saying it was a hoax because as it was being aired, like they just said now, people took to social media expressing their disgust. Was this more of a experiment to see how the communities would react, to see if everybody is still asleep? That's the question. Was it to see how everybody would react? Because, come on, guys, we all know how things go. They'll have to test things out first, right? They'll have to see how you react first. That is why when they make a film, before the film is even aired, before it is even released, they have test screenings. And if the people hate it, that film don't even come out. It won't go to cinema, maybe go straight to DVD. That's basically how they do things in Hollywood. Why aren't we going to say that these are the same things? All they got to do is just say, it's a hoax. It's a hoax. Because they already did everything, but they're going to have so many people watching it because, people are going to be disgusted. And then they can easily just disregard and say, it was a hoax documentary, bro. Social experiment. Wallace interviewed a 67-year-old woman driven by the coast of living grasses, reluctantly donate. There's something wrong when you've got to jump on a bus and go and have some flesh scooped out of your arm for money. Disgusting. Yeah, we learned that the company's new premium product would be meat created using donations from children. It's all gravy, baby, because our baby tastes great with gravy. Chirped the voiceover on a promotional film. What? It's funny. It is funny, but is it really a hoax? Are you playing with me? Are you? Because that is weird. Oh my gosh. The history of TV hoaxes. Well, I'm not going to go further in. We have just now, it's a good thing we looked it up because now we know that it was a hoax. But was it a test to see how the UK viewers would react? Because it's not like we're in a crisis. Not like we're running out of cows or running out of sheep. You know what I mean? Or we're running out of vegetables. But it's just a bit weird. Why would you put so much money in for a hoax in production? Or did they make more money with the amount of views and the trending topic for the whole week? Did they make the money back of what they produced? Is that's what I'm asking. Did they make the money back? What is the point? What is the point of the hoax? What was the point? I actually want to know what was the point of the hoax? Is this a joke? It's a stupid joke, to be honest. What was the point to this? Greg Wallace was a satirical mockumentary designed to highlight the absurdity and horror of the UK's cost of living crisis by creating a dystopian scenario where poor people sold flesh to survive. It aimed to provoke anger regarding the normalization of poverty and the exploitation of vulnerable citizens. Hmm. Key goals of the hoax: satirizing the cost of living crisis. So the cost of a living crisis is now satire. The program highlighted how extreme financial depression has become in modern Britain, where people are forced to consider desperate measures to pay energy bills. As if the energy bills is the only problem. There are people that are already doing things on the street because of this, and it's satire. It's now a hoax. It's a poor way to kind of get everybody's attention. You know, a modest proposal. The show was heavily inspired by Jonathan's satirical essay, "A Modest Proposal," which was famously suggested poor people should sell their children as food to the rich to solve poverty. 1729 essay? Hold on. A Modest Proposal. The show was heavily inspired by Jonathan Swift's satirical essay. I know satire is part of comedy, but what is a satirical essay? Meaning, a satirical essay is a genre of writing that uses humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize human vices, follies, or social shortcomings. Okay, now I know what a satirical essay is. And the Modest Proposal was exactly that, to highlight all of these things back in 1729 for the UK. And it famously suggested basically a whole story based around everybody being poor, and then everybody started selling their children as food to the rich or as partners for the PEDOs, you know, for the Epsteins out there to solve poverty. Oh my gosh. Back in 1729, shock value is social commentary. Shock value as social commentary. Director Tom Kingsley said the goal was to make viewers angry about the inequality and the challenge of the idea of such dystopian scenarios. It doesn't even seem so dystopian anymore. Are too far fetched, arguing that if people believed it, it showed how bleak reality had already become. That's a stupid thing to say. The idea that such dystopian scenarios are too far fetched, arguing that if people believed it, it showed how bleak reality already become. I don't understand, bro. That's, that is so stupid. That is a stupid thing to say. How bleak reality has already come that people will actually believe that people are selling human meat. What about what about this game show where Jeff provides flesh. Okay, okay. So this one also says was a prank. Okay, this is where or what I wanted to mention. Okay, so in that scenario, I can't really show the video. Yeah, it's just basically right over here. Shocking moment, chef serves human flesh to the judges, right? So it says the scenario is a recurring segment or often titled "What is in my mouth." What's in my mouth? An improv actor acting as a chef presents a sausage to contestants and reveals that one of the secret ingredient is human flesh. The reveal. The segment is designed to elicit shock and disgust. Is that shows these days? The boys. Let's look at it. Shock and disgust. The boys is yeah. From the contestants who are under the impression they are on a real cooking show, only to find out that it's a prank show produced by David Spade. Viral nature clips of this prank has circulated on TikTok and other social media platforms, often leading to confusion about whether the incident was real. And then, boom, it actually comes here. This is 2023. Okay, so it's 3 years later. Greg Wallace, The British Miracle Meat, a UK Channel 4 satirical mockumentary that appeared to show human meat being produced, which caused a stir but was completely staged. What is so funny about pranking people by shocking them and informing them that, hey, that was human? I'm trying to understand now. I'm trying to understand why are they going towards that? It's like they're trying to ease it, trying to normalize it. I don't like it. Okay, so basically they were both pranks, and it was both about human meat. Okay, so the game show. Okay, so they were basically both pranks. So going back to satirical, to the hoax. Okay, how can you say that if people believed this miracle meat, which they say is human flesh, if people believed it, it showed how bleak reality is. Do you understand how reality ain't bleak, brother? We got war, Iran, oil. We got the Epstein files, okay? Pedos. What else do we got? Um, we've got whatever's been happening in the world in terms of music and all of those things. People dropping off, people disappearing, and all of those things. What about that makes it bleak? The fact that you would literally create a mockumentary about human flesh, and you think that if we believed it, it would be bleak. Buddy, if there wasn't things like this going on, and somebody came up with a mockumentary and said, human flesh, now we understand as a joke, bro. Because it can't be true, because it can't be true, bro. Because the world out there is good. The world out there is great. But if you got war, you got a whole lot of other stuff happening in different countries, okay? Countries killing their own people. Then you got the Epstein files. Then you got the fact that then you got the pizza parties with the Hollywood superstars and these billionaires. And then on top of that, you got the Epstein files and the pedos. Obviously, if you're going to do human meat, we're going to believe something like that, bro. Because we've been shocked so much that we have to believe, yo, the bad things that they mention is probably true.